Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. Glad you can be here. I was excited and surprised to see that Verb T Illinformed dropped another track on the heels. I was going to say on the heels of their Land of the Foggy Skies, but I guess it was back in December. Still, man, like what, 6 months or so after dropping an album, they come out with another track. It's called Blind Faith. These guys, man, match made in heaven for me. Their styles go together so well. And the Dad of the Four Owls, man, Verb T always comes with the knowledge, man, always opens up my brain, makes me think about shit differently. And I always feel like a better person, or I always feel like I could be a better person after listening to Verb T. So without further ado, let's jump right in. Give it a listen. Okay, I gotta turn this shit up. Let's go.
As the seeds from the past now grow on the march round zones of a future we once read about, but now live in houses with bugs everywhere. Fed more than a fair share, we care less. Fear broadcast to your living room. Mind state is abuse. See, living proof here, living proof in.
Shit, man. I there's a lot going on. God. Like I said, man, he comes with the knowledge. Did he say? My first thought coming out of this, man, is just the fact, like, everyone has this idea of what their future is going to be like. What they read about this, man, whether it's at school or whatever, and they get this sense in their mind that they're going to have this certain type of life. And then he says something about, like, now we live in houses with, like, bugs everywhere or whatever. So I'm guessing it's like low housing. Maybe like not the place, not the house you expected you're going to have, not the riches and everything that you think. I mean, over on this side of the pond would be, you know, like the house with the picket fence and the cat and the dog and the wife and the 2.5 kids type of shit. I wonder if that's kind of what he's getting at. And did he say something about hate being broadcast? Or something to that effect, or fear. I can't remember the exact term, but like the media, the constant barrage of if it bleeds, it leads, man. Pump the fear in, get that division, get that anger, because anger, man, anger feeds more anger and more fear, and that is the people who buy newspapers, man. That's like everyone hated Trump. It was all Trump, 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 and now that Trump is out of office, a lot of broadcast media, man, a lot of their ratings are just tanking because they don't have that monster that they can put up here for everybody to hate. So they try to do that, man. They try to keep building the hate. So I want to make sure I caught this because if he said all that shit in 12 or 20 seconds, the guy's a genius, man.
Yo. As the seeds from the past now grow on the march round zones of a future we once read about, but now live in houses with bugs everywhere. Fed more than a fair share, we care less. Fear broadcast to your living room. Mind state is abuse. See, living proof here, living proof interview. Different schools of thought and why they spin it to you in the way they give it to you. Same fears and tears over the years. Understand even if we're speaking in another language. Strange forces, playing stakes.
Man, like there it is, man. Like it's exactly how I said it, how I thought he said it. And that school of thought too, man. Different schools of thought and the way that they spin it and give it to you. I mean, that's straightforward, man. And I love that tears and fears, even if it's spoken in a different language. I mean, we understand that shit, man. We know we understand fear. You know fear when you see it. You know tears when you see you know sadness. You don't need to speak the same language to see hurt and fear and anger, and I mean it's universal, man. My goodness. And this beat is sick too. Very nice. It almost feels as if this track could easily be slipped right into that into the first two albums these cats put out together. Man, this could just slip right in. And I know they're working on number 3, so this could very easily be on the 3rd album. I'm not too sure, but or could they could just be giving us a gem, man, dropping a gem just to drop it.
The thought and why they spin it to you in the way they give it to you. Same fears and tears over the years. Understand even if we're speaking in another language. Strange forces, planes take strange courses. I remain in the fortress, divorced from the madness. The cause and the action, the force of attraction that leads to connection. Trying to pick it up, still need the reception. To understand more, we need the perspective. Are you picturing things through the right frame? Can you feel it in the air when the light fades? Maybe we should take a leap with this blind faith. I'm regressing, I'm a beast, I'm a primate. I'm aggressive, real deep in a blind rage. I'm possessive, you're a thief, what you trying to take? Maybe all of my food off a China plate. Wanna make a move now, but I'm trying to wait for the opportune moment.
Man, is he kind of getting at with this hook? Is he kind of getting at this? Because he's talking about seeing things correctly through the right lens, and also talking about the way information is given to us and how we interpret it. Because he's thinking like, are you here to take food off my plate? Are you a thief? Like it's. He's in a blind rage. So if you're in a blind rage, you're just angry. You're seeing red. You're blind. You can't actually see the truth. Even if it's presented to you, you can't see the truth because you're just so angry. You refuse to see it. And he's talking about like getting the right to see things clearly. You need the light, like the right reception, like the right radio waves coming in, so to speak. So I'm wondering if he's talking about the fact that like, so many of us are confused these days. We have all this misinformation coming in and clouding our thoughts and making us see things the way they want us to see it rather than the way we should be seeing it. I'll give you a quick example. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but Major League Baseball had a controversy over the last couple days because there's the Colorado Rockies have a mascot called Dinger, as in like home run. They call it a dinger. So during a baseball game, this man was yelling. He was there with his grandkids. He was yelling for Dinger to come over and take a picture. But one of the players said that he was saying the N-word, and it got completely. The media took it, rolled with it. People were calling for this guy to go to jail. Everyone overreacted. Everyone freaked out. Everyone basically was crucifying this cat. Social media, everything. It was all over social media. All these journalists crucifying this cat. Then they actually get the video. They see what he says. He's actually saying Dinger, and he's waving to the mascot. Guess what you don't see? You don't see any corrections. You don't see people backtracking. You see people backtracking. You don't see people actually saying, "Hey, I was wrong." So this cat shouldn't go to jail. This guy wasn't doing anything wrong. But that doesn't help feed the fear. It doesn't help feed the narrative. It doesn't help us stay divided and always thinking the other person has something. They're hiding something behind their back. They're just waiting for me to turn around so they can stab me. This mindset of there's always anger, man. It does nothing to bring us together. It just keeps getting the divide just further apart, man. It's fucking maddening to me. That's why I deleted Twitter, man. I deleted Twitter yesterday because I said, fuck it. I can't deal with this shit anymore because there's nobody actually. It seems like everybody just is so drunk on this bullshit that we keep getting poured down our throats.
In a blind rage, I'm possessive, you're a thief, what you trying to take? Maybe all of my food off a China plate. Wanna make a move now, but I'm trying to wait for for the opportune moment with true focus. Don't be too open, don't let the wrong people in. You can talk after achieving it. You should know what you're saying when you speak on it. Twisted lies got 'em lying twisted. Plagues and infestations like a Bible image. Time's the limit I've been trying to make the most out of. Now tearing up the same road I broke down on. Stuck in the back of my mind for a minute. Something's not
Stuck in the back of my mind for a minute. Again, man, people get stuck in their mindset, but what I love that bar, man, about tearing up the road that you broke down on. I don't know if this is what he means by that, but how I see that shit is you're stuck, you're in a position that you can't get out of because you're broken down, you can't get out of it. But rather than trying to fix the issue, trying to fix your car, you'd rather tear it up the road, like somehow the road is responsible for you being stuck in that position. Meanwhile, the road had nothing to do with it. But it's so much easier to focus on something that's completely out of your control, because if it's in your control, then you have to take responsibility for that shit. But if you say, hey, the road is responsible for me breaking down, fuck this road can go to hell, I'm going to tear it up, and then you realize you're in a worse position you were before, because now you don't have a road to travel on because you just completely screwed yourself because you refuse to take responsibility. Man, that's a deep bar. I want to bring it back here a little bit too, because he said something else here that I wanted to stop it on. Then, like I said, dropping gems, man, knowledge all the time. I didn't want to stop it, but let's keep going.
wait for the opportune moment with true focus. Don't be too open, don't let the wrong people in. You can talk after achieving it. You should know what you're saying when you speak on it. Twisted lies got 'em lying twisted. Plagues and infestations like a Bible image. Time's the limit I've been trying to make the most out of. Now tearing up the same road I broke down on. Stuck in the back of my mind for a minute. Something's not right with the image. We were pushing our lives to the limit all day. Some manipulate, they like the division.
Yes, just what I was saying, right? Just what I was saying, man. And he's talking about pushing our lives to the limit, man. I talk to some cats on Instagram, so you know where I'm coming with this. My life, my schedule is so packed that I don't give myself time to do anything. Every single minute of my day is scheduled. It's packed. I have something to do, something to accomplish, and then I feel like shit. If I go to bed at night, I feel like shit knowing that I had all this stuff I was supposed to do and didn't do. You talk down about yourself. You feel shitty about yourself. And if you do the worst thing that you can possibly do, watch the news before you go to bed, then you have your mind filled with all this other shit that's going on in the world. You're told about how we all hate each other. You're told about how we're all killing each other. We're all, you're hearing about how everyone's this and everyone's that, rich versus poor, black versus white, straight versus transgender, homosexuals. Like it's a constant thing. It's always versus, us versus them. And it's constantly that way, man. It's either you believe what I believe or you're against me. And so you have all this other shit you have in your own life you got to deal with, but then you open your mind and let all this other bullshit come in. If you're already angry, all this other stuff is going to make you even more angry. And that's what's feeding the division, man. That's what's pushing us apart rather than coming together. I've said it a million times, man. And the teacher as he is, the dad of the 4 L's, coming with the truth, man.
In the back of my mind for a minute. Something's not right with the image. We were pushing our lives to the limit all day. Some manipulate, they like the division. Trying to get over it, trying to understand. Felt like we were living life like punching bags. Felt like the brainstem was unattached.
Oh man, it felt like the brainstem is unattached, meaning like you feel like you're paralyzed or feel like you don't have control of your brain or control of your actions, I laugh because it's a bad time to laugh, I guess, because I feel like we're punching bags, because it does feel like that. At times, it just feels like you're constantly getting beat down. But I was laughing because he started laughing when all the flowers were coming down his face as he was trying to rap. He was sweeping them out of the way. But I know I feel that way, man. Sometimes, every couple of months I get to this point where I just get beaten down and it just feels like I can't take anything more, man. My shoulders are heavy. I just can't take another. I can't take another moment. I can't take another thing. I can't take another defeat. I can't, whatever, man. It just weighs you down. Yeah, fuck.
Felt like we were living life like punching bags. Felt like the brainstem was unattached. In a piece, in a trance, trying to conjure that. Are you picturing things through the right frame? Can you feel it in the air when the light fades? Maybe we should take a leap with this blind faith. I'm regressing, I'm a beast, I'm a primate. I'm aggressive, real deep in a blind rage. I'm possessive, you're a thief, what you trying to take? Maybe shots through a scope from a mile away. Waiting for apocalypse in your hideaway.
And Honey JD with another brilliant video as well. Absolutely love this track, man. I love everything that Verb T does, and obviously everything that Illinformed does, because I mean, you cats know how I feel about these guys, man. But this is on a whole other level. I find this track, especially now, very timely for me. With me, like I said, getting rid of Twitter and stuff yesterday. I can't, for my own mental health, I can't continue to do it to myself. It only makes sense, right? And kind of that's what Verb T is saying, man. Be careful what you let in. Be careful who you let into your circle. And technically, there's a bunch of these motherfuckers I've never met. 1,500 of them, or 1,200 of them, whatever it is. I let them into my head, man. I give them rent-free space to fuck up my day, and I decided that's not going to happen anymore. So it's as addictive as shit, because I deleted it, and then 10 minutes later I was thinking about downloading it again, because there is that addictive nature to it. But all it does is continue to fan the flames that they want to fan. There isn't a whole lot of coming together on that shit. It's always I'm angry, and this is why you should be angry. If you're not angry, then fuck you. You're my opposite. You're a villain in my life. You're worse than Hitler. You should die. Go kill yourself. This is how people talk to each other, and it's time that we stop that shit, man. Because we need to be embracing each other for our differences, and loving each other for our differences, not hating each other for our differences. This seems in 2021, you think that would be a lesson we would have learned by now, but we get further and further away from that every day. So, you know what, I'm going to end this like how I end every video, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of you motherfuckers. You mean the world to me. Thank you for being here. Until next time, stay safe and be good to each other.